Hello, is this Minnesota Mega Church of Christ?
Yes, it is. I'm the receptionist for the first floor of building number 6. What can I do for you?
Thank goodness. I need help because I'm homeless, and I can't think of a better place to go where people will really care than the church.
It sounds like you need to speak to one of our outreach pastors. We have 12 of them.
Yes, that would be perfect. Would you please check to see if one of them is available?
Go to building number 4 and enter at the door labeled C. Once you are inside, turn left and pass the bookstore. Then turn right at the daycare center. Keep going straight until you see the indoor basketball court on your left. The coffee shop for that building will be on your right, just beyond the barber shop. I'll send an outreach pastor to meet you there.
Where is building number 4?
When you leave here, drive past the tennis courts and park outside of the outdoor swimming pool. You will see building 4 on the other side of the botanical garden.
Is it anywhere near the sanctuary?
I'm not sure if we have a sanctuary, but you will know building 4 because it has a life-sized statue of our head pastor outside the front door.
Okay, I think I can find it.
Oh, and the coffee shop in the building looks just like this one we're in, so you can't miss it.
Okay, thank you. Please tell the outreach pastor I will be there in 5 minutes or so, unless I get a flat tire or lost on the way.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Hi, are you the outreach pastor?
No, I'm the barista. Did you want some coffee?
No, thank you. I was supposed to meet an outreach pastor here.
Which one were you meeting? We have 12 of them.
I don't know. The receptionist in building 6 told me she would have an outreach pastor meet me here.
Let me go and check to see what's going on for you.
Thank you.
Okay. I checked and I don't think the receptionist ever called an outreach pastor for you.
Could you please call one for me then?
They are all in yoga class right now over in building 2. Why don't you go to the coffee shop in building 2? I will have one of the outreach pastors meet you there.
Is building 2 located near the sanctuary?
I don't know where the sanctuary is located, but you'll find building 2 in between the waterfall fountain and the outdoor concert pavilion.
Okay, thank you. I'll head over there right now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey, what's happening? Are you looking for me? I'm an outreach pastor.
Yes, hello. I was looking for you.
Cool. Let's have a seat on the couch. So what can I do for you?
Well, I'm homeless, and I couldn't think of a better place to find people who really care than at a church.
Well, you came to the right place. We can help you.
Thank goodness for that. I've been dealing with government agencies, social services, non-profit organizations, and shelters for 2 years, and they are totally useless. Believe it or not, I cannot even get people to just sit down and listen to my story. You see, this is what happened to.
You know what? I actually have an appointment in a few minutes. So let's go back to the counter and I will get you all taken care of. Here you go. You'll find all the help you need in these pamphlets, handouts, and brochures.
Excuse me, sir, but these brochures only refer me to the same government agencies, social services, non-profit organizations, and shelters that I just told you were totally useless. I have spent 2 years trying to get these places to do anything productive at all, but they are utterly incompetent, a complete waste of public tax dollars and charitable donations. They primarily serve their own interests only, not the interests of people who are in desperate need of help.
Well, that is all I can do for you. As an institution, this church decided to refer people to Minnesota, round and round social services.
But I just told you that social services is a useless farce. It's a self-serving billion-dollar bureaucracy. A complete waste of time and money. They won't even try to do anything for a homeless person unless the person has something catastrophically wrong with them, like a mental illness or a drug addiction, or a serious disability. I am sober, sane, well-educated, honest, ethical, healthy, highly motivated and extremely hardworking. If Minnesota Round and Round Homeless Services cannot do anything to get someone like me out of homelessness, what makes you think they are capable of helping anyone at all? With anything?
Huh?
I came to this church for help because the Bible clearly commands Christians to help the widow, the orphan, the poor and the homeless, and to do so selflessly, with joy in their hearts for the opportunity to help other people. It does not instruct Christians to ignore people who need help, and to send them to self-serving secular institutions who don't care whether they live or die.
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. That's our policy.
What do you mean that is your policy? Why on earth do you have 12 outreach pastors if the only thing they do is send homeless people to Minnesota Round and Round Homeless Services?
We need many outreach pastors because there are so many people who need help in Minnesota.
That is my point. We do need help. We are in urgent need of serious help and assistance. But you are not helping. Your 12 outreach pastors are doing nothing more than a phone book would do for me, sending me to Round and Round Homeless Services. I could have gotten that same advice by reading the back of a milk carton, or graffiti in a bathroom. A psychic astrologer or a witch doctor could have given me that same referral to a long list of well-funded, bloated, and ineffective agencies. What exactly are you people in this church actually doing for the homeless?
Well, we're doing a lot. We have 12 outreach pastors after all.
Yes, you have 12 outreach pastors on salary. They are getting paid to do a job. But what job are they actually doing? Every church I have visited in the state of Minnesota only refers me to the same set of useless and incompetent secular agencies.
I don't understand your question.
Is there a small child around here who can explain this in terms you might understand?
No, the daycare center is located in building number 4, right next to the bookstore.
Look, let's take this from the beginning. You are a Christian church, right?
Yes.
And Christian churches follow the Holy Bible, right?
Yes.
And the Holy Bible instructs Christians to help the poor and the homeless, right?
Yes.
And you have 12 outreach pastors on salary who are paid to do just that, to help the poor and the homeless, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then tell me what exactly do all of those outreach pastors do to help the poor and the homeless?
We refer people to social service organizations that can assist them.
But that's my point. Social service organizations do not assist them. They only waste everybody's time and money to ensure that they keep their own jobs and never become homeless themselves.
Huh?
So my question is, what exactly are you, the outreach pastors, doing to help the poor and the homeless directly? I'm not asking what social services does. I'm asking what do you, the outreach pastors, do to help?
Well, we refer people to organizations that can assist them.
You are an organization that can assist them. You have 6 buildings. You have a coffee shop in each building. You have a bookstore. You have an indoor basketball court. You have a concert pavilion. You have 12 outreach pastors on salary. You have larger facilities than the student union of my college, which had a $1 billion endowment. You take in more money than a Fortune 500 company and you don't even pay any taxes. Your campus probably has its own zip code and a unique weather forecast. You have many thousands of church members. Your head pastor lives in a mansion in a gated community. So what is this gargantuan, massive, Christian organization actually doing to help the poor and the homeless directly, with all of those resources at your disposal?
I don't understand your question. We do help. We refer people to other organizations.
All right. Never mind. Let me ask you another question then.
Okay.
In the Bible, Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep. Does that quote from Jesus mean anything to you? Do you understand what Jesus meant when he described the difference between a good shepherd who gave everything he had to protect his sheep versus mere hirelings who only work for a paycheck and care nothing at all about the sheep? Can you tell me where Jesus ever refused to help a person who needed help, and instead told them to go to the wealthy, self-serving Pharisees or to the Roman Empire for help?
Well,
Yes.
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. That's our policy.
What does that even mean? When you say that's our policy, does your policy come from the Bible, or from a corporate handbook? What kind of policy has the power to overturn and disregard clear commandments from God? Have you ever even read the Bible?
Of course I have. I mean, I've read most of it. The parts that, not all of it exactly, but,
Did you read the part where it described the qualifications of pastors and elders in the church? Hospitality was one of those essential qualifications. What is hospitable about accepting a paycheck to send the poor and the homeless to secular organizations who don't care whether the poor and the homeless live or die as long as they keep their jobs? And what about the greatest commandment which Jesus clearly stated in all four Gospels? Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of thy heart, all of thy soul, all of thy mind, and all of thy strength. And likewise, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Well, I think you're taking that out of context.
The context could not be more clear. The Jewish leaders asked Jesus point blank, what is the greatest commandment of all? Which commandment is the most important one of all? And Jesus answered them with a direct answer. How could he have stated this any more clearly?
Look, I'm not going to debate the Bible with you. I'm here to help you in your time of need.
No, you are a delusional maniac. It is literally impossible for the Bible to state the Christian mandate more clearly. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Are you seriously telling me that if you were desperate and homeless, you would want the church to just watch you suffer and die while it pawns you off on a bunch of useless social services? Because that is what you are doing to me.
Look, I'm not going to argue with you. We have our policies and that is the end of that.
No. The end of this will be people like you burning in hell for eternity because you turned God's church into a money-loving whore that refused to repent and obey his commandments. As you have done unto the least of these, you have done unto me, said Jesus. When you pawned me off on secular institutions during my time of need, you are pawning Jesus off on secular institutions during his time of need. And in case you can't figure out why that is a problem, remember that those who hated Jesus sealed their fate when they sent him to the secular institutions of Rome, where he was murdered by the government. Do you honestly fail to grasp that you are doing the same thing to every person who comes to you for help? Are you really that oblivious? Are you really that cold and heartless? Are you really that self-centered and narcissistic? Do you even believe in God at all? You are accumulating and hoarding all of these worldly treasures, while the Bible tells you to let go of the things of this world and to lay up treasure in heaven instead.
I don't think it's very Christian-like to get angry about this.
You hypocrite. You viper. This is exactly the reason to get angry, just like Jesus did when he encountered the money lovers of his day turning his Father's house into a den of thieves. If you didn't hide your money-loving greed behind your 501c3 tax-exempt status, I would be throwing your tables all around this room. You people are downright demonic. I came to you for help, and you refused to help. This church serves Antichrist, not Jesus Christ. I'm losing everything I worked hard my entire life to earn, because people like you refuse to help.
Well, maybe we'll see your stuff on Storage Wars.